the COVID sniffing dogs. Have you heard about this, Austin?
No, I have not heard about the COVID sniffing dogs.
Sometimes I want to tell Austin about topics I have for this week's BS, and then sometimes I don't because I really love his reactions when I bring them up. So this week, the Miami Heat let a limited number of fans into the arena to watch them play basketball, and they tried out their new COVID sniffing dogs. So basically, dogs that sniff the coronavirus. So they have basically like a little screening area with distance dots. This is before you enter into the stadium. And people stand on the dots. They bring the dogs around. They give you a little sniff, maybe in the beehole, maybe in the crotch region. I don't really know where you smell for corona.
That's
I'm
just
not
where
sure.
dogs generally like to smell people, is in their
Yes.
stinky bits.
And if they continue on past you, you're good to go. But if they sit next to you, you're outed. You're out. You're out of the stadium. I mean, you haven't even made it into the stadium. You get a full refund for your ticket, but you and your party have to fucking leave. You can't stay. You can't watch the game. You're out. I thought that was pretty interesting. My first reaction to it, I was like, that makes zero fucking sense. Dog sniffing COVID. I don't know legitimacy of that. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Austin?
I don't know how a dog would possibly sniff out actual virus, an actual virus. I don't know if it'd even be able to sniff out if your body was producing antibodies. I have no idea how that could possibly be a thing.
Yeah.
But
it seems very strange. But I did do a little R&D because I was interested as well. And it turns out that dogs can actually sniff out if you have not an infection, a virus. So the most common one that dogs can sniff out.
Infection.
Okay. Let's say, what is malaria then? Is that an infection or is that a virus?
It's you get infected with a virus, or you can be infected with bacteria.
Oh, okay.
You can be
so I'm just saying the same
fungus.
thing over and over.
Yes.
Okay. You're just correcting to correct. All right.
As
so
do.
I guess dogs can sniff out malaria and mosquitoes as well. That's why mosquitoes are attracted to people that have acquired malaria. Obviously they transport malaria to people, but they're attracted to people with malaria, and I guess it's the smell that attracts them to it. So that they've actually been trying to get dogs to detect COVID-19, and I guess the study that they've done, out of 1,012 samples detected, the dogs got 949 correct, so that leaves 63 incorrect. So that's still, I believe they were saying there was about 30 positive tests they didn't catch, and then there was 30 people that were negative that they thought were positive. So that's still 30 people with corona getting into.
That seems like that's a statistically significant amount of people that could enter an arena and be, transmission vectors.
Definitely. And I would like to point out that sample, that is not from Miami. That's not from the Heat giving a sample. That's a sample from a study done with dogs trying to sniff out corona. And I believe the Heat are using the COVID sniffing dogs as an extra layer. So that's not the 100%. Obviously they're taking temperatures and running other tests as well too, but I don't know. Very strange. One more question. Do you know the top 3 sniffing dogs? The best sniffing dogs with noses on them?
I mean, obviously I'd have to make a guess of bloodhound.
That's number 1. Right
okay. on. Let me see if this is. Would it be the Belgian Malinois?
That is one of them, but it's not top 3. It's definitely in there.
Because I know that's a very popular police dog.
They are. Honestly, they
Shepherds.
don't look like they'd be I don't know. Just by looking at them, you don't really think they are, but yeah. So the other 2 were Basset Hound and Beagle.
Oh, yeah, those are all just kind of little sniffer dogs.
I feel like you don't really see those though. You know what I mean? It's always a German Shepherd. It's always I feel like a lab too sometimes.
Yeah, that it's always a dog that's trained more as a working dog. Usually you only see bloodhounds when you're getting some sort of comedic chase through the woods, and there's banjo music playing, and it's usually in the South, and it's go get them, send out the hounds on them.
Yeah, I feel the same way, dude.